People use the excuse of January 1st as the only day that they can change so that they're free of the responsibility every other day of the year, when in reality, every single day is an opportunity for change because every day is a once-in-a-lifetime event that's uniquely available to you. And so think about it. If you adopt this mindset, this worldview, that every single day is an opportunity for change, that's also uniquely available to me, right? My experiences and opportunities and interactions with people are uniquely available to me because no one else is living out my life. When you adopt this mindset, you put a multiplier on your life. Someone who only sets New Year's resolutions and commits to them for 30 days of the year is capped at, having a time of growth that lasts 1/12 as long as you, if you're doing it every single day for the year. So if you treat every single day as a new start, as a new opportunity to continue this growth, to use what you've learned from the previous day and to move forward, then you've put a multiplier on your life. For most people, they'll maybe stick to a New Year's resolution for 10 days. And if you're doing 365 days of sticking to the goals that you have for yourself, you just put a 36.5 multiplier on your life. How many multipliers does it take for you to be so much better, wildly better than everyone that you come into contact with, right? And not in a bad way, but just, in a way that you've become that much more efficient. Jordan Peterson has this thing that he says, it's crazy how efficient people get. So it's not a linear curve linear growth of efficiency. It's exponential. Someone like Elon Musk is the most efficient man in the world, or he's up there, because he has the most control over capital, because he has, in turn, because he has the most control over ideas that are the most valuable, that are the most successful, right? Because Blue Origin is also in the space industry, but it's not nearly as successful as SpaceX. And so Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have available to them the same amount of capital, but Elon Musk is doing more with that capital. So technically he's a more efficient person, right? But to not get too far detached, what was I saying right before this? How many multipliers do you need on your life to be able to achieve something great? So let's say, most people run 2 times a week, right? And I'll use my personal experiences so we can go through this number. Well, I'm running 7 times a week, right? And so if we're running around the same average number of miles per run, which for me right now is like 4 miles per run, then in a given week, I'm putting 3.5 times more work into that specific thing than they are, right? Okay, what's another thing? Well, I like to consider my entire waking hours opportunities to work, right? Right now I'm trying to find ways that I can maximize every single hour that I'm awake, so that I'm constantly working, because to me it's fun, it's entertaining, it's what I love to do, right? Filming this video is working technically, but in a way, this is just something that I love to do. I don't have to be on the clock or get paid for this. I'll do it for free, right? But that's another multiplier. If I'm willing to put in 16 hours a day of work potential, right? And someone else clocks out after 8 hours, that's 2 times more than I'm doing in a given day. Well, that's 14 times more than I'm doing in a given week, or is it, no, wait, 7 times more? What would that be? I guess it is still double, but you get my point, right? Over the course of a week, the volume that I'm putting in is so much more than what they're putting in. So then, okay, well, what does that look like? I'm 2 times more likely to succeed in that category, and 3.5 times more likely to succeed with running. So technically, 2 times 3.5, I'm 7 times more likely to succeed in those 2 areas. Okay, so then, or those 2 combined. Well, what else do I do that's unique to me? I like to read, and this year I want to read a book every single day, or actually every single week for the entire year, right? So that's 52 books. Most people only read 1 book. So I can't base it off this year's number, but let's go based off last year's number. I read 15 books last year and started 7 more. So we'll say around 18 books. Well, just based off last year's numbers, if someone else read 3 books, I'm 6 times more likely, more successful in that area. Okay, so I'm 7 times over here, times 6, how many multipliers do you have to multiply with each other in order to be wildly more efficient than every single person you come into contact with, because that's what it takes, Why are these things multiples? And honestly, why are they not even that little of a number to the ones I was just saying? Reading it that often allows you to consume knowledge that will change your worldview and opens up new opportunities to you. Once again, your experiences that are uniquely available to you as you experience more and experience better and use it in a better way, you are making a unique set of circumstances that is extremely valuable, and in turn is extremely valuable only for you. I don't know how to describe this more than to put it into an example. So let's say you have this guy who just graduated college, and one opportunity that he has is that he finished a college degree, right? So he has the information available to him, the skill set, to be able to go out there and achieve something, right? And so let's say that's a 2x more likely chance that he'll achieve something successful in his life compared to the average person. Well, then on top of that, he's very knowledgeable in the space sector, right? So he knows all the developments going on, and he's looking for all these different opportunities. So then let's say that's another multiple. How many multiples would it take for him to be the next Elon Musk, right? He has to know a certain amount of people and be open to these new opportunities with the capital to be able to attack one of these ideas. And on top of that, the skill set to be able to lead a team of people and understand. So he has to have the knowledge and the mind to be able to understand this new opportunity. And there's how many things have to go in his favor in order for him to be the next Elon Musk. And you can ask yourself that question. It's what all would have to succeed in order for me to be the next Elon Musk or whoever it is? Well, if meeting the right people is what would bring me to that level, then what I need to do in this new year is find new opportunities to meet new people. If I want to have the most likely chance I succeed at new opportunities, and I know that one of those ways I can succeed in new opportunities is by becoming aware of them, and one of the ways that I become aware of new opportunities is by meeting new people, then I need to make a commitment to meeting more people in 2024, right? Okay, well, if another one is that I just don't have the knowledge, well, then I need to read more books or listen to more conferences or whatever it is, podcasts in the area to become more knowledgeable. Because then with that, the newfound knowledge in this new area that I want to become successful in, I'm becoming uniquely aware of the opportunities that exist out there, There's so many podcasts with different worldviews, and how many would it take that only you have watched this random set of 100 podcasts and read this random set of 30 books? How many of those would it take for you to be a unique worldview in that perspective that would open you up to an opportunity that no one else is looking for, or that a lot of people are looking for, just not in your area, Basically, the whole point of this talk, if you're getting a little bit lost, how do you maximize your chance of success in this life? How do you optimize your life to succeed in a given category? That's what it is. And so I guess I'll leave you with this. This is a big concept that Warren Buffett talks about. It's you cannot wish to be lucky. You have to create your own luck. That's not his words, but the concept still stands that if you want to achieve massive heights in this life, you have to optimize your life to be able to achieve massive heights. You have to open yourself up to opportunity. These are things that sound self-evident, but you have to actually speak that out and understand that so that you can now realize what things would maximize my chances of success. Let's close out with a personal example. Right now, I'm not doing a great job of succeeding with YouTube. And so I have to realize, what's the reality of the situation? I don't post any videos. I don't know anyone or contact anyone on a daily basis who is interested in the same category as me in being successful in YouTube. I don't have a game plan that's really built out, really clear. I just have a bunch of ideas. So it's not a continued narrative. And on top of that, I don't have the money or the resources available to be able to go out and achieve these ideas, right? As well, like I have the skill set, but I'm not leading any people uh, who have a similar skill set. So I'm tied down to my own work hours. Well, this is a problem that comes from not knowing enough people. So if I want to have any chance whatsoever of succeeding in this new category of YouTube, I have to optimize my life. I got to start meeting new people on a consistent basis and interacting with them. One of the ways I can do that is by just reaching out to random people in social media and asking them if they want to appear on a podcast. So now I have more opportunities to film with people, to learn from people that are in this space, and potential openings for finding a new editor or whatever it is, so that when I have the resources, now I have someone to go to. Then on top of that, I've got these ideas, but I don't have a continued narrative. Well, if this first one came true and then I got someone else that I can lead, I would need this narrative ready to go so that I could give them consistent footage so that they could actually be my editor, right? So when I get the resources, I'm able to pay this editor with the newfound knowledge that I gained from these people. I can give them the footage on this continued narrative so I can succeed on a consistent basis. Okay, and then the other two, I forget what they were, but like, you see my point is like, several things have to go your way to be successful. You cannot be successful overnight without setting up a series of stacked actions that all fall into place all at once. If you want to be an overnight success, you have to work for several thousand nights. Maybe that's the point of this, is like, what are all the little actions, big actions that you could take to optimize your chance of success? Don't fall into the trap of only striving for change in the month of January, right? Every single month, every single day, every second, minute, hour is an opportunity to change what you're doing and to move towards the optimal path for your life, or the path that you most want, In this new year, figure out what you want to do, what you're uniquely good at, and how you could cash in on that, because your unique experiences are valuable to someone who's going through difficulties or who doesn't have the knowledge that you have. You are valuable. Maybe that's the whole point of this entire talk. You are extremely valuable. If only you could organize your life to act on that potential, you have no idea what you'd be capable of. So go out there and find out. What's the first step I can make to start moving towards that? And then have the knowledge in your mind that only 5 multiples away, or I'm only 20 multiples away, or whatever it is, from being the next Elon Musk. And maybe they get progressively more difficult to unlock the next level. For example, having capital available to you. But as you start to unlock one, that'll open up the door for the potential of maybe unlocking the second one, and the third, and the fourth. And so what turns into you being twice as productive as the average person after 4 or 5 multiples down the line is now you being 500 times more productive than the average person. That's the benefit of a multiple, is that it grows so much faster. So find the multiples in your life, go all in, and I hope this wasn't too complex of a video. I hope it's really applicable to your life, and that it will translate into real world success, so that you are more likely to optimize your chances of succeeding in the thing that you want to do, so that you can live a great life. Because why not? I'll see you tomorrow.